Hello! Welcome back. We are here again this week, ready to do another painting. And as you can see, today we have a 8" by 8", so quite small, canvas that already looks messy. Yes, this was a small painting I did with extra paint that I had from 1" by 1". So we're doing this quickly and very late at night. So we're popping on the white base first, and this time, because the canvas is so small, we get to just tilt it ourselves. No hairdryer needed today. At all, actually, in this painting, we're not using a hairdryer at all. So I'm just spreading the base around to make sure it has an even layer on it. And once that's done, what I'm doing here now, that you can't see, sorry, is I have some paper cups, as you can see there in the bottom left corner. And I'm taking different colours, lots of metallics in this one. So there's a dark blue, there is turquoise, there's metallic green, there's graphite, there's gold, there's lots of colours. And I'm pouring those into one of the cups that I have. And then I am just pinching the cup and I'm pouring that paint out into this ribbon kind of an effect, and it is lovely. Very dark, but I thought it gives a lovely contrast, kind of quite bounces off really beautifully from the white base. Now I'm taking the same cup, but this time we have brighter colours sitting at the bottom of that cup, and I'm just drawing some more of those beautiful ribbons on the canvas. And here I thought, we have a bit of brightness here, a bit of turquoise mixed with white. So what I'll do is I'll run the ribbon very slowly, delicately. We'll run this brighter ribbon on top of the darker ribbon that we have there. So that's what I'm doing. And again, I'm just running this small ribbon on the corner of the canvas there as well, because we have a bit of the white space. And for the fun bit, there's always a fun bit. Every bit is a fun bit with painting. But this one is more about just flowing with the process rather than putting the paint on the canvas. So I'm taking the canvas and I'm just tilting it slowly. See, the paint is running off there. Slowly. Just to kind of get those ribbons that we put on to spread out a bit more. This way we're controlling kind of where the paint goes ourselves. Whereas if I didn't tilt this and I just left it there, I'd come back the next day, the paint would have just spread out itself, and we don't know what that's going to look like. So it wasn't what I wanted to do for this painting. So I'm just slowly tilting it back and forth so I can get those beautiful ribbons to spread out in a way that I want them to across the canvas. It is quite a slow process, but a very therapeutic one. And now, once I've decided, yep, I like that, and the paint also isn't moving a whole lot anymore, that's another factor to consider, I'm popping this back down on the table. And this is quite actually an interesting video. I think this has definitely happened before, but I'm not sure in which video. So here, what I'm doing, and what was really cool, and it's going to happen now, is I'm just covering up the edges of the canvas with white again to cover them, to give them an extra layer. And do you see what happened there? A bit of paint dripped off my glove onto the painting. So here what I'm trying to do is, oh no, panic mode has been entered. And I'm trying to see if I can tilt that into the ribbons that are already there. Not a good idea, did not work. So we're improvising, and I'm just going to drip paint throughout the canvas, throughout the painting. And I love it. Because the ribbons, once we spread them out with tilting, kind of gives off a galaxy space vibe, right? And then my glove decided to drip paint in. Thank you, gravity. And I just thought, class. Now they look like planets, right? And that's what happened with this painting. And so I'm just kind of evenly dispersing them out. But yeah, so that's how this happened. It's very fabulous. You know, that's not what I expected to happen at all. But something fun happened. You're like, do we take this as an opportunity to experiment, do something fun? Or panic, wipe the canvas clean, and then redo it again? Let's roll with it. These things are fun. And to balance now, offset the colours, I'm dipping my palette knife in a little bit of gold, and I'm just placing that around in little dots to balance it out. Really cool, really fascinating. And I think important reminder for myself and maybe for you that when your painting may not work out the way you want it to, there's always something you can do to make it perfect in whatever version of itself that it is. And here is the painting after I've finished it. It looks beautiful. Really happy with it. Was not expecting this to come out this way. Part of the process. So that is it for today's video. I hope you found it useful and enjoyable. And I hope you have. That is it. Ta-da! For this week's video. I hope that you are having a lovely Christmas, lovely time off, if you're taking time off, depending on where you are in the world, or whether or not you celebrate. Happy December! We're going to be coming into the new year. Is it next week? It is next week. So we'll be back again for another video. Bye!